Hi, welcome to Drive with Care. It's my usual knock them all out in one day drive thing. So continuing the theme of villages outside of Canterbury, we're going to go from Sturry to Preston. And that's not Preston in North Lancs. We've got a Leeds in Kent and we've got a Preston in Kent. So there you go. Usual things, red and yellow squares to signify hazards, and we'll get the show on the road. We'll see what we can see. We go along the A28, so we'll join it just here at the junction, and then we turn off and go through Grove, I think it's called. Got a railway crossing, that kind of thing. So yeah, this is Sturry. Makes me think of that, is it Oklahoma? Sturry with the fringe on top, something like that. Probably not that, but always makes me think of that. Right, we've got a level crossing ahead, and it's got a train coming. Ooh, oh, the barrier's just going up. That's a bit convenient. We missed the train, folks. It's always kind of special watching a train go by. I will read out, as I always do, the street signs as I'm going along, because they give me an indication of what to expect, a sort of lay of the land. Car coming out on my side of the road, but still enough room. Got a pedestrian on the left. Into a 40 zone. Got a staggered junction ahead. Cars creeping out, and is actually going for it. So there's the staggered crossroads. There's the left, and there's the right. Westbere. I think I'm saying that right. Until you actually hear someone say it, you read it phonetically, don't you? Could be Westbere, Westbere, who knows? Pedestrian. Junction coming up on the right. The A28 is a bit clear. It's 40 zone we're in. Nice stretch of the A28, which goes, of course, from Tenterden all the way to Margate through Canterbury. Be a test to drive all the A roads, identify where they are. We've got crossroads ahead. Identify where they are and do the whole length of them as a video. I said I was going to do the M25, didn't I? I've still got that on the cards. I wonder how long that would take to film. Couple of hours to go around the M25. Probably have to do it early in the morning, like 4 a.m, so that we don't get any hold-ups and it just runs very clear. I'll have a think about that. Maybe when my contract ends at the end of March, I've got a bit of time on my hands. We shall see. I'm going to cross the roundabout, so I'll indicate off, but not on. Some new houses here. This whole land used to be a colliery. They actually had a colliery here. Yeah, they used to mine coal here in Kent. Not just up north. And I think on this long stretch, there's some old houses on the left, which would have been the home of the people who worked in the coal mines. Here they are on the left, really old, quaint, terraced houses. A lot of them been done up now. Everyone looking individual. I'm wondering if I've missed my junction. I was going to go on a right-hand turn, but I don't think I have yet. Must be along here. Nothing behind me. I'm going to cross the roundabout. I will not indicate onto it, but I will indicate off, especially as there are cars ahead. They need to know what my intentions are. Am I going left? Am I going all the way round? What am I doing? Do I know what I'm doing? I can't think I've missed it. Well, it's a nice clear road if nothing else. Upstreet. 30 mile an hour zone, drop that speed. If I have missed it, then this video becomes a different video, because it's still a video, it's still a drive. I feel somewhat lost. Zebra crossing with no one waiting. Aberdeen close. See you, Jimmy. Do you do that? If you see Scottish things, throw yourself out into a Scottish dialect. Okay, the new iron brew and haggis, Scotch whisky. Oh, good. Grove Ferry to the right. I thought I'd missed the junction, but I haven't. I need to go through Grove to get to Preston. Preston North Lancs? No. Wickhamborough. This is where Christine McVie had a house, Wickhamborough. In the 90s. Poor old Christine McVie, she's gone. Right, bit narrow and windy. We've got a level crossing ahead. Stop when light shows. An unmanned level crossing, so you really are relying, we've got some pedestrians on the road there, you really are relying on the electric barriers actually working. No stopping on bridge, but I like to stop on bridges. I don't like being told what to do. Okay, we got some cyclists ahead. Potential hazard. If they keep in signal file, then all will be well. If they decide to ride two abreast, right, I can get past here, give a bit of indicate, crank up the speed so that I can pass before the junction. Or the bend. So having seen 3 cyclists, I'm mentally preparing myself for more, because because sometimes these cyclists go out in groups, gangs of cyclists, bend in the road. I think I'm going to encounter a few bends in the road now. He says, going around this go-kart track. I like these reeds all blowing in the wind there. I think there's a... What would you call it? A dike? Is that what it is? You know, it's not, it's too narrow for a river or a canal, but it's the water flowing to separate the field from the road. Classic line from the Beiderbecke Fair. Things you find in Holland. Road closed. That's fine because I'm going left to Preston anyway. 1.25 miles to Preston. Isn't that bizarre that we've got Preston in Kent? I wonder what other northern towns that exist are also in Kent. As I mentioned, Leeds, you've got Leeds Castle. And people have been invited to weddings at Leeds Castle and have driven to Leeds. It's Leeds in Yorkshire, it is, isn't it? And had to drive back because it was in Kent. That's the story I've heard, especially when I've spoken to the people at Leeds Castle. Bend in the road. Somewhat blind. More reeds. Are they reeds? Lovely. This is perhaps a longer drive than I anticipated. But that's fine. You know, I can do 3-minute videos, 5-minute videos, 20-minute videos. The sun is shining. Right, type bend. Is there a bridge here? No bridge, just a type bend. Nice looking house. Yeah, if I can get to 1 million subscribers and millions of views on my video, I can retire on the income from the ad revenue. So hit the like, subscribe, support your local driver. This, I believe, is Preston. In which case, there ought to be a garden centre just along here somewhere where I shall pull in and conclude the video. Tell you what, there's some nice properties around here. Cyclists in the road, car pulling out and then zigging in. I see the garden centre, but it's priority to oncoming traffic, so we shall give way. I'm not actually going to go into the garden centre. I'll pull up outside the pub. Not to have a drink, by the way. So there you go. I got a bit lost there, and I think the video has been nearly 15 minutes. But that's good, you know, a little drive, go, you know, country lanes and all that kind of thing. So drop me a line if you saw any hazards that I didn't see. There weren't many, were there? And I'll see you in another video. Bye for now. Drive with care.